Hello, fellow translators. What is CV theft? What is resume theft? And how can you make sure that your resume is not stolen? This is a big problem, it's a growing problem, and it's a problem that unfortunately many translators are not aware of yet. So let's get into this. Well, I recently had a poll on both on LinkedIn and on YouTube asking how people stop scammers from stealing and using their CV. And the answers were interesting, also because they were sort of similar in both places. The majority said they submit their CV in PDF format in both places. And the second highest was, I don't really care about this. And this actually surprised me quite a bit. It seems like quite a few people are not aware, like you see in the first comment, I didn't know that people actually did this, what the hell? And so I think it's something that if you don't know about, you should definitely research. There's an article on pros.com blog, I can link to it down below, called CV Theft, How the Scam Works and How You Can Protect Yourself. In essence, what happens is that other people can take your CV and they can use them for their own purposes. They'll get rid of your name, they'll get rid of your email address, and then put their own, and then they'll act like it's their own CV. And so then they're getting jobs based on your work. Another thing that will happen is agencies will take your CV and take your name and email off of it, and they'll use that to get job with end clients. Of course, they won't hire you to do the job, they'll just use your CV to get the job, and then they'll hire someone a lot cheaper and a lot less qualified to actually perform the job. So either way, it can really come back to bite you. You'll lose out on jobs, and if people find out that it's your CV behind the really bad work that the agencies are giving out, then it can really affect your reputation. There's some other examples as well, but those are the main ones I've come across. Now, the second thing I noticed is that most people say they submit their CV in PDF format in order to protect it. Now, this is obviously better than submitting it in Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word, I've always said, do not send your resume in Microsoft Word. There are many reasons for it. I mean, a big reason is just that a lot of people have different operating systems. If someone has Windows, someone has Mac, maybe they have an older version, you send your Microsoft Word CV and the format will get all changed. Maybe certain things won't pop up and won't show up. It's a lot better to send it in PDF format. But another reason to send it in PDF format is that it's more difficult to simply just erase the name and the email address and insert another one. However, it's still very possible, and if people are doing this, it's quite simple to accomplish even with a PDF CV or a PDF resume. So my recommendation is to use your online profile if at all possible. But I noticed very few people say that they use their own online profile as a substitute for a CV. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking a lot of places they ask for a CV, and if they ask for a resume, I can't point them to my online profile. Well, the fact is, many times you can, and I have many times, and I know other people who do. In fact, I know a number of people who have not updated their resume in years now because they just refer people to their online profile. By online profile, by the way, I mean either pros.com or even just LinkedIn. Now, if you have a LinkedIn profile that's been completed, then it can absolutely function as your resume, and it links directly to you, and it's a lot safer than sending your CV out into cyberspace and hoping it stays safe. So I always recommend, maybe at the beginning you have to use your CV, in which case use it wisely, but your goal should be to be able to have an online profile that you can use instead of your CV. And so whenever someone asks for your credentials or even for your CV, you can say, here's my online CV. It has all the information you need along with the relevant links, etc., etc. And it's true, your online profile, like on LinkedIn or pros.com or wherever it might be, has everything on your CV, but it also has updated posts and blogs. It has links to all the companies and educational institutions. And so it also has recommendations, as you can see, and a lot of other stuff. So it's a lot more useful than just a CV on paper. Anyway, it's something I thought you should all be aware of. CV theft is a thing, and it's very much growing, so protect yourself against it. That's pretty much it, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks. Sabedum.